What you eating, Earl?
Stir fry, made some chicken, kale, wild rice, peppers. Got a little kick to it.
I about to say you got some stank on it. Good stuff.
Got some stank on them.
Good stuff.
Oh, we recording?
We're always recording. What do you mean?
Oh.
We're always recording. Always.
You're listening to the Hot Seed Podcast.
The Hot Seed.
Welcome all. I'm Sean along my co-host Earl.
Yo.
He put that cup down fast as shit, Dave.
Yes, sir.
And you know what it is. We're just dazzling mics, games with headsets, and a whole lot of unfiltered conversation. And as always, if you haven't already, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook at the Hot Seed Podcast. And subscribe to the YouTube channel, man, because that's where you're clearly watching us at right now. So subscribe to YouTube at the Hot Seed Podcast. And while you're there, you may find out that we can do a couple other shows as well. But subscribe to the channel, hit like, share, all that other stuff, man. It's episode 124, season 10. I want my guys once again. We back for another grand week. How you doing, fellas?
It's Tuesday. Everybody asked.
What timestamp guy? Yes, it's Tuesday at 8:44 p.m.
Yeah, people ask me how I do. I say it's Tuesday. Everybody respond, yep. Pretty much know what that means.
Yeah.
Not me.
Friday.
What that mean?
Yeah, because for you, every day is a Friday. That's why.
We talk about. I took a mental.
Yeah, whatever.
Mental day.
Day.
Actually, it was a great day because I finally got my my basement back in order. People came early in the morning, fixed up the ceiling. For those of you that remember, had the 40-gallon tank bust open, seep down through the floors, down through my roof, down into my man cave. So they got here right in the morning, and it was supposed to be a 2-day job, basically doing the whole ceiling and everything. They came up never took a break, by the way. About 5:30, they're like, "We're done."
Perfect.
I was like,
I love it.
We're done, eh? He was like, "Yep, we're done. We're good to go." Came down. Yeah, it might look as good as when I first moved in. So, we got to do that extra thing. Hey, man, well, while you down here, I know you doing the ceiling, but you see that wall, right? You see that? Right there, right on. I got you. You know what I mean? So they hooked it up. They did their thing. So now I'm just waiting for the floor upstairs. And then, of course, soon as I did that, I sat back and Dre's asking me, "What are you doing? Why are you all on the phone?" I was like, "Oh, I gotta put some new stuff down here. So this furniture about to get out." But it's too fresh.
There we go.
Too fresh down here for that.
Yep.
Look, this couch over here is older than Cam, and that's a fact. That's not an exaggeration.
I've slept on that couch. No, yes, I can attest to it. Yes, I've slept on that couch before I had a beard. Absolutely, yes. Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
that's a comfortable couch.
You ain't lying. I mean, and it's comfortable, but the shit's not good for your back at all. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's one of those couches. It's a deep couch, so if you sit all the way back, you lose the blood in the back of your legs. Yeah,
gotta lay the right way.
Look, bro, look. I'm over 40. I lay the wrong way. All of a sudden, my arm going numb. I'm like, I don't like it.
There's absolutely nothing level about that couch. I don't care how you. There's nothing level about.
All of a sudden, you start off with two ears on the couch. You look next to each other. You both sit next to each other like this. Like, God, what the hell, man? Oh man. Man, look, I'll say this. So, my home repairs haven't been resolved yet. So they came back in. If you guys hadn't been followed the adventures of the expensive ass refrigerator that broke a year after we had it. We had the GE rep out here twice. First time they put in the new compressor and stuff. Mind you, this refrigerator is only a year old, and it literally stopped working a year and a month after. They came in, replaced the entire seal refrigerant system. It didn't work. Bad compressor. So they had to order another one, which was like another few days. Then we had to wait another 2 weeks for the tech to come back out, put the new one in. It worked for a whole day. Made ice and everything. We was excited. All of a sudden,
and everything.
I got the notification on my phone. That joint was like, yeah. So the temperature in the freezer is 20 degrees. Your freezer should be at least 0. It was at 20 degrees. Oh, and the temperature in the refrigerator is 50, which should be about 37.
Hold on. Let's stop for a second.
Yeah.
Let's stop for one quick second.
Yeah.
That man got a refrigerator that notified his phone to let him know the temp.
Yeah.
of what's going on.
Yes, man. Yes.
Not a thermostat. His refrigerator.
Yes.
To let him know.
Yes.
Oh, keep it going.
Yeah. Yep. I love my tech. And so when I got the notification, I was in bed. And when I got the freezer notification, I got my son. I said, Javen, check to make sure I didn't leave the freezer open. Luckily, we hadn't put nothing in there yet. And he said, no, that's closed. Next morning, I was like, oh, this is a real thing. Had to call the tech back. And I was like, man, it didn't work. He said, are you serious? So call consumer relations. They've actually sent us money too. They sent us like $400 just to replace the food and stuff. Because we've been without a working freezer since the middle of August. So we bought a deep freezer the same day we bought a pool. That shit was still crazy. Bought the pool first, then a deep freezer. And then we have other mini fridges. I got one out here in the studio. We got 2 in the house. So today they were like, you know what? We're just going to replace the whole thing. So I went through and found one that was a side-by-side one that was equal, and that's the value of that one.
Will it notify you?
Yes, it will. Yeah, it will. It will notify me. Absolutely.
Nice.
I got the full warranty and all that back on it again. But it's I'll say this, and no, I'm not hoping for a sponsorship from GE. Y'all need to get that shit together, because even when you look at all of the ratings, the reviews, they got really bad reviews, man. GE used to be the thing we had in the hood. It was that white one that you had, was like the one back in the hood. It was a smaller freezer and bigger refrigerator. They worked for years. I read all the reviews. Even the first tech that came out, he was like, man, yeah, if you're buying a refrigerator, I'll stay away from GE and LG and all these other ones. Yeah.
I need you to stop that right now. Stop with that juju.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I have a GE.
Oh
fridge,
shit, my bad. My bad.
And it works fine.
To your point, I'm about to say that. He said anything made after they were saying, and I don't know how true it is, but he said anything after 2018. He said, okay, yeah. So I know yours is before then, so you should be fine. But so we're gonna see.
What, GEs or
it's a GE. GE purchased Hire, which is a foreign company. So our refrigerator is one of their fancy lines. It's the Cafe GE ones. If you look it up, you'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Mine will let me know when I need to change the water filter, and it's not a notification to the phone.
Yeah.
I just I kind of want one of them LGs. That's the one that got the camera. I mean the
screen. I didn't get the screen. I didn't get the screen on the front. I didn't get the screen. I should have. I feel like I should have got it, but I didn't. But
so what does this tell you? Because I have an older. I don't know how old that refrigerator. It was here when we bought the house.
Right.
It's a little old. Only thing we can say is that the ice machine don't work like that, but it makes ice with inside.
Yeah.
But it still works. So
yeah, I know. I know you. I know what you're saying.
It's like it's kind of like these vacuum cleaners. Like they got these new and improved vacuum cleaners and stuff like that, and
they don't pick up nothing.
They look good, they sound good, the advertisement's good, but when I tell you they do not pick up nothing or they don't last long, it's frustrating. You just need that one old vacuum cleaner that your grandmother had or that your mother had.
That real heavy joint.
Yeah, the heavy joint. Like them things work and they last long.
And you know what they didn't have? All these new ones we got the anti-allergen filter or something like that. That damn filter that my grandma had, it had no goddamn filter in it. And we never had allergies.
And it cleaned up everything.
Everything.
So cleaned up everything. That's why.
Vacuums back then picked up the carpet. That's how you knew.
Dead ass.
You saw that joint like this. It picked up the carpet, bro.
The whole
thing. It'd be a whole new house, bro. Like we vacuum. Now, man, we got We got about 3 vacuums in here, probably 4.
One for each floor, one for
We
an
got-
area.
So we got the robot vacuums on 3 different levels, right? These we just watch it. I just watch the dog chase it. It picks up stuff when it wants to. It gets caught on stuff. Again, it's tech stuff, so I set it from my phone. Everything just goes. Yes, I'm gonna be one of the people that when iRobot takes over, I'm gonna probably be the one that he takes out first. Yeah,
down
as a
for the
wrap.
count.
My cameras, but you know what though? He says that they gonna be right behind me because he just as bad as me. He just as bad as
The
me.
refrigerator ate me.
Yeah, be like, what do you mean you got killed by the refrigerator? Man, I was in there. But here's the crazy part, bro. And I know this is a thing in the food service industry, but we're talking about a refrigerator for your home. So I'm looking through the thing. Consumer Relations sent me the link. And she said, well, you got to stay at, I'm not going to say how much the refrigerator is, but you got to stay below this mark.
Your
That's all right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they have a refrigerator on there, man. Those $11,000. Bruh, why?
I believe it.
Why?
Does it cook? And does
Right.
it juice or something? Like,
Man, listen,
They did have a whole lot more than juicing.
They did have the one
it
on
better
there.
cook.
Man, it better look. I better.
Does it give you? Does it put your groceries?
That thing,
Does
it better let me press on the screen and do meal prep for the whole week.
Bruh, yeah, and
now if it did that,
then it's worth it. Yeah.
Bro, that shit better have a Deshaun Watson mode, and I get a happy ending. I'll tell you that right
now. Listen.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. Oh my God. Yeah, but they did have one that had a built-in Keurig though, which was crazy. Like you could put the Keurig pods in, but then I'm like, I don't want that because you know why? Because you remember back in the day when we had the TV VCR combos.
From when one thing went.
Exactly. Yep. If that VCR went, it was a wrap. You had to turn the whole TV in.
The tape got stuck in there and couldn't switch back. Yeah, we had that.
Yep. I love my coffee, but I'd be damned if I get in there one day and all of a sudden I go make one of my Cafe Bustelo coffees and the whole refrigerator breaking. Natasha looking at me like, bro, you should just got the thing with the ice maker. Right. That's all she wanted. She didn't care about nothing else. Just make sure to make ice. I'm the one who got all the apps and everything else. I don't know, man. I guess. Yo, it's the Hot Seat Podcast with your boy Sean Earl Dave, man. Episode 124. Yo, it's pumpkin spice season, man. Pumpkin spice season. Mm-hmm. And it's everywhere. It's out there in Starbucks. Apparently, McDonald's has a pumpkin spice latte coming out, or they have one in like 4 states. I didn't see our states coming up, but if you ever had, again, I don't expect to get no sponsorship from McDonald's. Have you ever had McDonald's coffee?
Yeah.
How you feel after that?
I know certain people that love it. I don't go crazy for going out for coffee besides maybe like if people know about Pete's. I love Pete's and stuff like that. But I'm not I don't kill me. Don't crucify me. Even my wife. I'm not a big Starbucks person. I know she goes crazy. I think it's just over sugared coffee.
I'm not even a coffee drinker, and I know not to say that because that's sacrilegious.
Listen, I know it's like the beehive coming at me type thing. Like I understand.
Yeah,
I understand. Starbucks, do your thing.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Hold on. You know what? Hit me with a not so breaking news. This is perfect.
Let's get it going. I should have had that queued up. You didn't warn me in time, but hey, it's
nah, it's fine. Go ahead, get yourself together. That's
not
cool.
So breaking news.
So we didn't know that each other was gonna say this, but you do know on Friday is National Coffee Day. So
yes.
On Friday, this Friday coming up is National Coffee Day, and you were talking about McDonald's. Let me bring you to a whole different one. Different coffee makers and people that serve coffee are having different things going on. And you were talking about pumpkin spice. Guess where I was never thinking about stopping by to go get something on National Coffee Day? Just take one guess. Each one of you get a guess.
Somewhere.
I was never thinking about stopping by, but they're definitely pushing things on National Coffee Day.
I don't know.
They put a green in the coffee?
No.
I don't know. Shit, Royal Farms, they already got the best chicken. I don't know.
No, but Sheets is on the list. For people that know about Sheets.
Okay.
Sheets is
Yep.
on the list. But
Sheets.
Wendy's. Wendy's is pushing coffee.
Wow.
Talking about you.
Wendy's.
Yep. All the way through October 1st, talking about you can grab a hot or a cold small coffee at Wendy's for $1. Choose your flavor, including everything from pumpkin spice, frosty cream, cold brew. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like that iced beer thing that you got down in Disney. That was the nastiest thing that you ever
Yes.
had, bruh.
That frozen beer. Yes, I don't.
Let me tell you something.
Mm-mm.
I'm never rushing to Wendy's to go get any pumpkin spice coffee, and it's frosted. So that's what's going on Friday. I'll give you a couple other ones that are doing stuff.
Oh man.
Cheap don't mean better. And you know, I don't know if y'all realize, Wendy's got breakfast, right?
Yeah, they do.
And it's
Yeah, they
not
do.
bad. It's not bad.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
but
bad.
I don't know if I trust. That's the equivalent again to when Burger King tried to drop them ribs and them shits look like little ass nuggets. I was confused. I don't know if I trust Wendy's doing it.
If we were just talking about coffee, it'd be one thing, Earl.
Right.
When we're talking about flavored, special, pumpkin spice, frosted, cream, I'm not trusting you. That sounds like you just got together and said, okay, a little bit of this,
put this together.
Yeah, I don't know.
And that equals the Hershey Squirts.
And I'll be trusting the fast food places to clean their ice cream and frosty machines and all. I don't see that.
If it works.
McDonald's will just tell you that it's down. But
about to say if it works.
On Friday, also Starbucks. Let's see what they're doing. They got a whole bunch of new micro blends coming out, so they'll let you do a taste test of their coffee, of their new micro blends.
I know you don't frequent Starbucks, and neither do I. Every time if I go to Starbucks, I go with somebody, like I go with my cousin or my sister, right? And have y'all ever heard somebody order from Starbucks before?
Oh yeah.
It is the most stressful thing ever. Like all of that stuff sounds. Can I get this with a half of this and a piece of this and a little bit of that?
Listen,
I get a tall knot. I get a tall knot.
They order from Starbucks the same way my mom orders every single meal when we go out. You hear me? Every single meal. Hey, what you having? Doesn't matter. What do you want? Oh, okay. What you drinking though? It doesn't matter, man. You ain't gonna drink. Okay. Well, let me get a cheeseburger with no cheese. No, they make the cheeseburger different if you get it with the ham. What? What is going on here? Like, there's everything is to a certain way. So I always gotta prepare servers for what they're about to
get.
When they come over to the table. But yeah, I don't know, man. Some of these things I know for myself on Friday, what I'll probably do is run over to Dunkin' Donuts because for the reward members, they're giving out free coffee with anything that you order. So
see, I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm the only person that everybody that I know, they drink coffee religiously.
Well, you do tea. I know you do the ginger and stuff, but
I chew ginger, but I won't drink tea unless I'm home and it's cold or I have a cold. But
so you don't even do like the ginger teas or nothing.
Because I chew ginger, so I don't.
Okay.
But I do want to incorporate it, but it's just like I'm not a hot drinker,
Okay.
If I'm home, maybe, and it's cold, I'm like, let me get something to warm myself. I get some tea, but I really only drink tea if I'm sick.
Okay.
Yep. Look, tall non-fat caramel macchiato. That's what I get from.
See, that's
from Starbucks.
That's a lot. Now Starbucks do have some good like them juices, the lemonade or whatever,
like the refreshers.
The refreshers, yes, the refreshers.
Those are solid. Those are solid.
The refreshers.
But I'm gonna tell you the trick on that. Make sure you either get it with no or little ice.
Yeah,
because
you just getting ice water. That's
so
with a splash of flavor.
I seen something on IG where who else got like pretty good like lemonades and stuff like that. Wendy's actually got pretty good juice, right?
I can see that.
But I saw this thing on Dunkin' Donuts. Like the big tall, they got refreshers too, or whatever. if you get a small refresher,
It fits within the mid and
it fits
within
with
the
no, it
yep.
fits within the large because all
Mhm.
they do is just take the ice out, but it's the same amount of juice that
Not
you
only
get in
that, you got to look at the cut
the
of the cup
ounces. Well, you're true.
because
True.
the taller ones sometimes are more narrow,
Mhm.
while the smaller ones are a little bit wide. So they'll do
You know what type
I
of
bet y'all know
genius,
y'all won't get in a breakdown on metrics and stuff on coffee, did you? It's a hot
but
seat
you
podcast.
know what type of genius you got to be like some marketing genius to say, you know what,
it's pretty smart if that's the
we're gonna
case.
up the price. So that's why. So next time, what I'll do is I'll just get the small and just tell them no ice.
Yeah.
There you go.
Even though I like ice, but I just say no ice. I get ice when I
Do
get
you,
home.
yeah, I
Yeah.
was about to say, do you ice when you go?
Yeah.
Speaking of pumpkin ice, speaking of
See?
pumpkin spice, something else that's happening right now. I bet you guys didn't know this. Some pumpkin spice green, some greenery, some trill, some
No, that's
trim,
too
whatever
much.
you want to call it.
That's too
So
much.
this is according to Axios.com. So Native Roots pumpkin spice cannabis part of a new seasonal push. I'll post a link in the actual show notes as well. So what's happening? Colorado's Native Roots is releasing its pumpkin spice marijuana vape pen cartridges this week and expected them to go as fast as drive-through lattes based on booming sales in the prior 2 years. Why it matters is more than a gimmick. Colorado cannabis companies are seeing sales slide after years of riding high. Of course they are. And they're looking for new ways to draw legal customers. So the intrigue, the flavors of pumpkin pie, cinnamon, ginger, anise, and clove are actually natural chemical components or compounds in cannabis itself. So you can
Hold
go
on.
in, yeah.
Let me call up Steve real quick. Hold on a second.
So yeah, a pumpkin spice marijuana vape pen, bro. Like, yeah, yeah,
So I just want to say,
yeah.
as an avid, uh,
Customer.
customer, I don't know how this is. Like, I mean, honestly speaking, when you think about it, it's so much different types. I mean, you got different flavors. Runts, OG, like it's a bunch of different stuff already. So it wouldn't surprise me if they already got some junk called pumpkin. You know, but and you don't taste it. It's not like you tasting a pumpkin taste. You might smell when you initially get it. You might smell a little bit, but you don't taste anything. So, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
We dance with mics, folks. There you go. Hey, look, they said what's next though. So now that they're doing the pumpkin spice portion, the same company, they're working on their holiday, push
Sweet potato
and
pie.
eggnog or peppermint bark.
That's disgusting. No, 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 no. That's disgusting.
Like,
Nah, we crossing lines now.
I don't
so
know. Because that Southern Comfort eggnog.
Yo, y'all stomach
I'm
don't
about to
be
call
hurting.
my daughter right now. Oh my god, you might
That
they
Southern
got
Comfort
oh
eggnog hit different, bro.
it do, son.
Y'all stomachs don't be hurting nothing.
Listen, that
You know,
Southern Comfort eggnog is worth every bit.
Oh
and
my
you add
god.
a little bit more Southern Comfort just
Yep,
because. Yes,
yep.
How do
that's
y'all drink eggnog?
the
Oh,
one thing that
Listen,
does not bother my stomach, man. One like me and milk, nah, my stomach like, bro, okay, you can do it. Okay, you want to
but
show off now?
that's
All
in
right.
the family of milk though.
listen.
Eggnog is different though for some reason for me.
The
Oh,
Southern Comfort
Yes,
eggnog will get you right.
yes,
yeah, I'm good. I
That
wouldn't.
Evan Williams is good too. The Evan Williams eggnog is good too.
yes.
Mm-mm.
It's yeah. I don't know I don't know if it's the alcohol and my mind is playing tricks on me. If I go out here and try to drink and have a bowl of cereal with some milk, my stomach will be like, okay, you playing games. All right, cool. Don't worry, I got you later. Eggnog be like, yeah, this is cool. No problems at all. And I'll be like,
I, would-
yeah.
I would throw up instantly on that. I'm
And we
good.
drink it on Thanksgiving. Like, we have it at Thanksgiving. You got football, you got your meal. And after everything is done, I
Mm-hmm.
say a pour that eggnog. And I always do my special mixture. And it'd be like that every year. But I don't know what it is, man. It's the eggnog. Maybe because my mind says it doesn't hear milk. It just hears something else.
It looks like milk to me, so I'm good. I can't.
Mm,
I can't.
So
mm,
yes,
mm.
so you guys make sure you go out there. If you're out in Colorado, make sure you slide through. grab you some of that pumpkin spice, marijuana, all that stuff inside that vape pen. That's probably gonna kill you anyway. But that's neither here nor there. I don't know. When did we get to when people just got tired of OG straight weed? You wrapping in a little joint.
I never
And it's
got tired.
and it stank. When people smoke weed, like, damn, that shit stink. But it was cool. Now they doing stuff now, but like, I don't know that if that's safe. I don't know if you're adding all these artificial flavors. It's like, I know. I don't know. I don't know. I guess.
Yeah, I never got tired of it. Like real talk. I mean, I remember at one point I was doing the vape pen, but the vapes, I feel like they putting something else in that. So I don't know. It gave me like a different high. Like I stopped smoking that. But the green, the grass, like I rather the flower. I'm sorry, the flower is what I prefer. But since we on the topic, if I had to have my choice, and a lot of people would disagree with me because there's different type of weed smokers. Like there's people who really like to be floating, and that's not me. Like I like to be a functional high. That's why I like sativas. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Indica, that had me knocked out. If you need something to knock you out, get some indica. But the best weed that I had was from Jamaica. And the reason being is because it's not mixed with nothing, it's all natural. And it relaxes you. It doesn't get you like crazy high, like you be a nice level with the weather. It's like it's kind of like you're in tune to nature. Like it's perfect. It's a perfect combination with what that scenery is. But the crazy thing out in Jamaica, that would kind of be equivalent to what they call like dirt weed, right? Where I don't know if y'all remember, well, I ain't smokers like that, but
Maybe
I
because
don't
it
know.
comes from the dirt, but hey, whatever.
No,
What
well,
about
I
it?
mean, it's just like dirt weed is like trash weed. You know what I'm saying? And I remember back in the day, you used to have the weed that had the seeds in it, and you used to have to take the seeds out. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're breaking it up, you got to take the seeds out or stuff like that. Now you don't have that, right? But in
Like a
Jamaica,
watermelon. It ain't natural. Go ahead.
yeah, well, but in Jamaica, they roll it and they have seeds in there, but they roll their joints with the seeds in there, so they smoke that too. And I remember, and only reason why I know this is because when you out there, and I went off the resort a couple times with, and I don't care what nobody say. People be like, Jamaica is dangerous. No, it's not. Jamaica is love. I never had a problem. I've been there about 8, 9 times. You know what I'm saying? It's always big mind. Me, Irie, like cool, like we good. Went off the resort. I can't tell you how many times be these old rosters trying to pass you a blunt, and it look all like disconfigured because you see the big old seeds in there. I'm like, nah, I'm good, bro. First of all, I don't know you. I'm good. So, yeah, man. But yeah, man, that's my little weed journey.
And join us next week on Earl's Weed Corner.
Hey, yo, let me shit. Let's talk about it. Talk about it.
Rastafari Selassie.
Oh man. Yeah,
Shit.
so go ahead and get you some pumpkin spice green or just get you some dirt weed with seeds in it. It's like
Man,
watermelons.
just
You
give
know.
me some sativa, give me some runts or something. OG Kush or some shit. All
Yeah,
right.
Oh, I guess. And of course, man, if you guys listen to the podcast or if you're watching the podcast, get something out of it more than just us talking. We're in this time of year where, first of all, the weather is shit outside, so you don't want to go nowhere. And or if it's during the weekend and you're trying to get stuff for dinner or something like that, go ahead and call up not Uber Eats, but go ahead and call up Instacart, have them deliver your stuff to the house. We still do that. I know when we first started it, everybody was at home, it was COVID, everything was getting delivered to the house. I know we did it all the time, but you can still do that. It cuts time in half. There's a lot of stuff going on. If you got kids, stuff like that's fine. And to make it even better for you, just go to the notes, the notes in the show notes, or go to the show notes itself. Follow the link. You get free delivery on your first order off of $35 via the Hot Seat Podcast. It's easy as that. Just
So
first
what
delivery,
other
first order.
podcasts take you from National Coffee Day to
Right.
The
Weed Day?
weed.
Right.
Who doing that?
Right.
So
They
who-
you might be able to find Instacart to give you some of that dirt weed. I don't know. I'm sorry. They don't support that part. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, free delivery on your first order over $35. You know, it's fine. What a hot seat
Yo,
podcast.
let me ask y'all a question.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know if this is really a question. It's kind of a comment. So I booked my first trip since what 2000 shit 17, 18, bro. Like it's been a while. I haven't been it's been a while. So I'm going to
Happy for
Cancun.
you.
Thank you, bro. Going to
Mhm.
Cancun in February, but I was like, you know what? This is gonna be my kickstart. Got to knock this weight off. When I tell you that it is extremely hard to get motivated to go to the gym when it's cold, that's one. Two, it's cold, so you don't want cold food. Like I want like hot stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get myself like it's only September, but it's getting a little brick out here, and I'm trying to get myself in the routine of going to the gym because I already know if as soon as I get in the house, oh, it's clipped. Like I'm not doing, and I'm not getting up early in the morning because I got to be to work. I got to leave this house at like 6:30. So ain't no way in the world. So I told myself at my school we got a gym that I could use. So I was like, you know what? I ain't got to pick up my son after school. So I'm gonna have to start going to that gym. So tomorrow I'm gonna be in that gym.
Find
Yeah.
somebody else there that goes.
Yeah.
Well, so no, there is nobody else like outside of like right now what they got going on, unless kids have practice.
Mhm.
Like there's nobody using that. So like that gym is just in there. But what I think I'm about to start doing, there's a couple of kids in the high school that I know want to work out. So I think what I might do is I might just start like a workout club.
But
Cause at least
listen, pause for one moment. Before you present that to them, listen carefully. Make sure you get in there for a couple of weeks.
listen,
Because those
listen,
first couple of weeks, bruh, you
listen.
ain't the man that you thought you were.
I mean, look,
I'm gonna
I've
let you
been
know.
listen. I mean, I've been lifting weights since I was what 13 years old. I remember when
Uh-huh.
my dad took me to Jack Lane. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like I
Jacqueline.
yeah, Jack Lane. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? So like I know like I ain't no stranger to it, you know what I'm saying? So I understand I
When
understand
people were
like
in there with the leotards, son. Go
yeah,
ahead.
now
Walk around that
Facts.
joint.
facts,
Facts. That's
facts.
when you got the VHS. You put that
The
on it.
leotards with the thick ass socks and the Reeboks, like yo. But yes, I ain't no new jack. I understand like yo that first couple of days, especially that first day, like your body gonna be different. And then the
Yeah.
hardest day when you come back, the hardest day of working out is not that first day. It's the second day going back
Oh yeah.
because that's when your body is tight,
Yep.
and now you got to force your body to like when your body tight, you got to force your body to you like. But once you start lifting, you fine. But it take a little bit to to loosen up. Now that's probably even more magnified now because I'm scraping 40. So it ain't like my 20s where you like revitalize and I'm not jumping in no cold tub,
Oh,
but
let me
I'm
know. Your body will let you know quickly.
oh I
Absolutely.
know. Oh
Absolutely.
listen,
Quickly.
I, this I know. I might have to
Nah,
go
bro,
ahead
we ain't doing that no more. Nah, bro.
yeah. No, it's but then you know what? And I even my new thing now. So like even when I was going before, my goal would be to always increase the weights, right? Because like I mean, shit, at my best, I was in there throwing up like well, shit, I got up to 140s on the dumbbell. You know what I'm saying? We was
Mm,
doing sets of that. Like I got up there, but I could do sets of 130, 3 sets of 130. So that was a different time. Putting chains around my neck, doing dips, like that was a
that guy.
different time. Yeah,
Got it.
that was a different time.
Why?
But
Why would you want to put chains
no,
around
because
yourself?
shut up. So, but I was also, I was also like
Wow.
in the line of work that I was doing. Like I needed to be,
Mm.
I needed to make sure these kids understood, like we not playing games because I had to break up mad fights. You know what I'm saying? It got physical in there. But like now my mindset is different. Like I'm not trying to get big. I'm trying to
Pause.
I'm trying to cut and tone. So I'm trying to take this new approach of doing way more reps. So I'm trying to get up to 100 reps, like 3 sets of 100 reps or whatever. So just
Well,
trying to
more reps slide away.
So just
Yeah.
don't come out here looking like Barry Bonds and like your lower body be small and your upper body and your head pause be like extra big. Be like,
nah. And even this time, especially because of my
Don't
knee
miss
issues,
leg
like
day.
no,
yeah,
I
please
won't.
don't.
If anything, I want to emphasize legs way more than upper body.
In the words of Kevin Hart, walking around looking like you twerking all goddamn day because your legs so small, trying to hold
I'm
up your
cool.
upper
Like
body.
I'm cool. Like if my
Why you
legs come
clapping
out,
your cheeks in public? Ew.
if my legs come out looking popular, I'm wearing hoochie daddy shorts, son. Like
Oh,
It's some
listen,
speedos like Dave.
listen,
Speedos like Dave,
what's
bro.
funny, son?
listen.
I'm wearing
I'll be
hoochie
out
daddy.
there.
Bruh.
65, son.
Bruh,
65.
Oh,
And
dog.
apparently, according to my late father, it wasn't 65. So I don't know how this story came because we were talking about it.
Are
Me
you
and my
about to tell
brother.
the Speedo dad story?
Yes, we are. Me and my brother. So I came home one weekend. I was probably like 25, something like that. Came home from base one weekend, and me and my brother stuff out. We were sitting in the living room, having a drink, whatever. And we were sitting there, and we were just talking, chopping it up. And so I don't know. My dad didn't know he was there, that we were there. All of a sudden, we had the door open. He walks out. He got on some leopard bikini joints on. He walked out.
Oh, man.
I didn't know y'all was out here.
It's on and popping.
And he backed into the room like we can see you. I'm like, this is so.
That was the day that you realized he got mirrors up on the ceiling.
I always knew. First of all, my father had a waterbed, bro.
With a water bed. I was about to say
he had a waterbed, bro. Like he had a waterbed. There's some things about my father. I want go into his room. He say, "Hey, Sean, go to the little container right there. If you need something, hey, grab the money right here." You go in there. To your point, Dave. We just from the stage back here, walk in there. I grab him like I get on the bed. Didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm moving and shit. I'm like, oh man.
Listen.
And then he got the home protection on the headboard joint too. I'm like, my father is part of something I don't even want to know.
Listen, if you have any type of freakish ways in you,
my God,
just know that it came from somewhere. And that generation before us, if you think you bad, listen, just get on a waterbed. And then you probably weren't thinking about it back then, but think about it now, knowing what you know. How in the hell did you do your thing on a waterbed?
You know what type of rhythm you had to have?
You had to go with the motion of the bed, man.
Yo, the motion was that's what they mean. Hey, it's all about, it ain't about the size, it's about the motion of the ocean. They talk about that goddamn waterbed. That's what they talk about.
Man, my uncle had the killer waterbed. This is out of Newark at the time. Killer waterbed. And that's why I said it to you. Had the mirrors on the ceiling, bro. And as a kid, you're like, oh, this is cool. Now that I'm an adult, I was like, oh, I should have never been in that goddamn. That was probably
and the whole room smelled like what was that incense? Jasmine?
Incense,
yeah, the incense like black jasmine, something like that. I'm like,
why is it
always foggy in here? Why do y'all got why y'all got the beads coming down?
What was the cologne? What was the cologne that came in the green?
Brute,
like the
Brute 33.
Yeah, the Brute.
Bro, I saw that the other day, man. I thought about y'all because we talked about
Brute was alcohol, son.
Yes, they still
that was alcohol, son. Brute is alcohol, bro. Right. You just take some good old vodka or whatever the hell you want to get and throw that shit on your head. Brute was aftershave. That's what Brute was.
Yeah.
Man, look, it's not even Brute. Of course, I'm bald, so when I shave, man, I go in and I put the stuff that doesn't burn the skin. But the next day I get ready for work. Where am I going? I like to smell like myself. But man, I sprayed like a little bit of cologne, and that just hit the open pores. That was Brute. No matter if you shaved or not, as soon as you sprayed it on, it burned all of your follicles off, and they just loved it. Brute 33, Stetson, Cool Water, English leather. English leather had you smelling like goddamn. What's that white dude that be doing all the films? Robert Redford. All of it. All the women be looking at me like, "Ooh, you smell so goddamn bad. Come here, boy."
You smell like you in a log cabin with the fireplace all year round. Like, yo, it's spring.
You smell like you cut some wood there, don't you? I'm like, what? What do you mean? You hunt your own dinner. Yep, that's what it is. Now I need some English love in my life. I need some English love in my life. Oh my God.
Like you get Carhartts for Christmas every single time. You know the one with the hat with the ear joint that popped there? Yeah.
All the time. Everybody who wore English leather, all of them had members only jackets. All of them, because they all smell the same. Be like, why does it smell like this? I don't like it, sir. I don't like it.
Oh,
yo, this is the Hot Seat Podcast with your boy Sean Earl Day, man. Episode 104, man. Oh man. Last week we were talking about music, man. Was it last week? I think we was. We were talking about music. We were talking about new albums that had dropped from Nas, from Diddy, even oh shoot, I didn't forget the artist's name at this point. I think Vic Mensa, his joint is pretty dope as well. And even Killer Mike even dropped a expanded or deluxe version of his joint, Michael.
Oh, his last one?
Yeah. But if you guys hadn't saw, I didn't know they still do this. So apparently Kanye's follow-up to his first Jesus is King gospel album, Jesus is King 2, actually linked. And this one here, it leaked. I said linked. Leaked. And apparently this is one that he was working on with none other than the legendary Dr. Dre. Now, in this day and age, I don't know, what is a leak? Like somebody, it's not a leak. Somebody intentionally put that shit out. Like, you don't leak. I mean, they dropped it for a reason to kind of get a feel of what you think about it. But I want you guys to hear, to see something now. I don't know what this is going to be, how the album's going to be, because I feel like now we're getting close. We're getting real close to where they're blurring the lines between a gospel rap album
and
a rap album. Go ahead.
We got the budget for this?
Oh, no, I'm not about to play it. Yeah, no, I'm about to play it. No, I'm not about to play it.
I was like, because I will kindly get off at this.
No, I'm not about to play it. But I wanted to give you guys some of the people that actually are on this album, and I believe they can do some stuff without having to do the extra stuff. But according to Variety, the 15-track Jesus is King 2 features primarily, Dr. Dre Helm remixes of the songs from the first version of the album with guest spots from Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Travis Scott, Pusha T, 2 Chainz, Anderson .Paak, A$AP Ferg, and Marsha Ambrose.
On the album? Interesting. Keep going.
And Marsha Ambrose. And that says, and there's also some new Kanye West versions on there as well. But here's my question. And like I said, I never doubt Kanye's his music.
Wait, when is it coming?
No, it was just leaked. It was just leaked. It just happened. This happened today. It happened today.
What was the leak on though?
I have to go look and see, man. It because in this day and age, where do they leak it to? Like, where does it get leaked to? Because I don't know. Back in the day, we had Napster and stuff like that, which I got banned off of, but whatever. But now I don't know where do they leak it to? Because I'm looking at it now. I was trying to find the same thing, and I don't see where it was actually leaked to. Because you can't leak it to Apple Music because that would be a drop. Yeah. So I was trying to find it. Maybe I'll find it later in the day. But my question is, I see what is happening because there's been a lot of artists, and Kanye is guilty of this too, to a certain extent. They see something that is successful and they copy it. And what I mean by that is, for those who don't pay attention, but even then he kind of blurs the lines, but depending on what you believe, Tobe is his album, I want to say a gospel rapper, but he's in that vicinity. I think I read that at some point.
He is a gospel rapper.
Okay, I guess. Okay. So, but if you listen to Tobe's joints, like if you're a traditional person in the church, you're gonna listen to some of Tobe Anigwe albums, and you be like, wait a minute, he's using words in here that I wouldn't use in the church. But at the same time, if you've ever been to a church meeting, a few of y'all have said the N word and some other things even worse. But what I see is he's been so successful in that, and I see other artists doing the same. I think prior to Tobe, I know had Malice. I mean, before he was Malice, he was no Malice at the time. He was doing this thing. And I feel like this is something that Kanye is following too, because if you notice that he's done things along his career path that has kind of bend to whatever that hot trend was when he did 808s and Heartbreaks, which I love that album. But that came after T-Pain had blew up into the autotune space, and then Kanye delved into that. And then, Chance the Rapper did his thing, and then all of a sudden he's featured on Kanye's The Life of Pablo album, and then all of a sudden Pablo, I'm sorry, and Kanye dives all the way into the gospel rap. So it's just really interesting how this goes. Now we got to a point now, it's like, can you really call this gospel rap? Or is that just your point of view, depending on how the message is delivered and the vernacular that's used? I just want to get you guys taking what you think.
I think it's all about how you view it.
Okay.
It's just like, not to dive this deep, but it's just like how people look at religions. There's so many different ones out there.
Yeah.
You can claim that yours is right, but just like there's so many different dialects, there's so many different languages. Yeah. So who's gonna tell me what's gospel?
Gotcha.
Because all I'm doing is reaching out to the ears, and I'm professing my word of how I understand it. Now, how I profess that, how I translate it to you, is my right. It's just like when people are in the church and they're like, "Oh, this preacher went too far." Too far to who?
True.
What are we talking about? If you don't like the way the message is out there, guess what? You don't have to be there to listen to it.
True.
So, if he's calling it that and that's the way he wants to put it on out there, things have evolved throughout time. Regular people singing in more of a pop or R&B manner and stuff like that with the gospel music in the background, they're like, "Oh, that's devilish." That's how it was years ago. Now it's the main thing. So things evolve over time. Yeah. If you went way back and you went into church music and gospel music and things like that, and you look at the way things are out there right now, come on.
You ain't got to go that far back.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, Dave, we done talked about this a couple times.
We did. So I wasn't gonna go that deep.
Again,
I'm not gonna go that
deep. It's always you and Dave talk. I feel like I'm being.
You know why? You know why? Because we on the box, and you don't get on the box. So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Easy.
But we got iPhones though. We both have a blue bubble.
Nah, but
Excuse me, what?
What? Yeah, I don't know.
We got what?
Yeah.
What?
Oh. But nah, I think like I like the rap because I think also Toby is a Christian rapper. I remember I didn't realize it until I spoke to my cousin about it a couple years ago when he came out because I was like, yeah, I know. He was like, yo, you gotta check this cat out because he's actually from Texas and he's from Texas. Mm-hmm. So I listened to him. I was like, oh, this is dope. I was like, but he was like, yeah, he's a Christian rapper. So I was listening. I was like, but then I had to listen again. I was like, okay, he don't curse.
Yeah.
But he says things and he makes biblical references and he got bars.
Yes.
But it doesn't, it's like he masses it in a way to where it's like it can pass as like just a regular, traditional rap. Then I guess what also confuses a little bit is because all of the features that he has, mm-hmm. I mean, is wide range. Like, and it's not gospel artists like that. It's rappers. You know what I'm saying? But also too, I look at somebody like a Lecrae, right, who is another gospel rapper. You know what I'm saying? And like I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, traditional church folks, they're probably gonna have a problem with it because they don't understand rap. But again, I think Leandria Johnson kind of said it best. It's like I'm trying to reach those who not in the church. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to reach the people that come. or that have a
You already
relationship
got
with
those
God.
there.
Yeah,
Right.
we're trying to reach those who don't have a relationship with God.
Message to someone out there. Keep going.
Right. I mean,
Message.
this if you want to get, in the biblical sense, and don't quote me because I ain't all the way in there, So, but quote me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Jesus out there with the prostitutes and stuff like that, talking to those folks, trying to spread the word, So like that's the same thing I feel like they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get people who don't have a relationship and introduce them to the Lord and Savior and things in that nature. And this is the method in which I'm using because I know that they listen to this or they gravitate to this. I mean, shoot, uh, Kirk Franklin in his own way, he fused like hip hop. Again,
Oh, absolutely.
I'm trying to gravitate towards the people who are not here. Same thing with like with a Mary Mary. They kind of all these people
Yep.
that kind of
That's what I'm saying. It
step
evolved.
out of the run. You know what I'm saying? It evolves. So you kind of gotta, you gotta evolve with it.
Yeah. I'm with it. I'm with it. It was interesting. Do we want well, I do, but do we want another Kanye album?
You know what? I hate to say this, but I hope y'all understand what I mean. And I mean no malice by this. I need to see what type of headspace he's in. Cause like, perfect example. Like, this is so fucked up, but like, don't laugh. And I really mean this, but y'all know I'm not lying with this. If Mary J. Blige ain't going through some shit, her album ain't gonna be nice. Like a good Mary album is when she's going through some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not me saying like, yo, I wish that she stays in this tribulations and try like because I'm looking for a great no. But I'm just saying like the better Mary J.
Some
Blige
people write
album,
that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
even like Jasmine Sullivan, like I love Jasmine Sullivan, whether she's in a good space or a tough space. But some of Jasmine's best music, and she's a dope ass writer, comes from when she's going through some shit. So I say all that to say, like, I actually need to see Kanye's headspace because it's actually the opposite for him. Like, if he ain't in his mental, I feel like he goes too far left. Bring me back to the graduation, late registration, Kanye. Get me back there, or even Life of Pablo.
We need
Life
we
Life of Pablo.
we can go
Get me
to
there.
My Dark Twisted Fantasy, which was a
Some
masterpiece in itself.
it's some tracks on there, but it's
I need you
some
to
on
listen to that one more time. That is a
there.
masterpiece
I've
of an
listened to it
album.
enough, but
Oh my god.
it wasn't to me. That album is not better than either late registration, graduate, college dropout, or shit. Matter of fact, graduation, late registration, college dropout, or Life of Pablo.
Wow.
That's after that.
So
And
basically what you
his first album was his best album.
so basically what you're saying is Jay-Z need to find the nearest elevator and then never mind. Never mind.
We're not doing that.
If you get that
Nope, we're not doing that.
if you
But I will say, hopefully, hopefully his production is.
You know
Oh,
the
his
production is gonna
production
be
should
dope
be.
though. Yeah, the production is going to be dope. I mean, this one he's working with Dre. Well, I guess with this leak, they did. It said they did a remix of it, so I don't know how they doing it. So it's a weird space, man. Like he has something going, even with all that stuff that's going on with him when he was doing the Sunday joints he was doing.
That was dope, though.
Yeah, it was creating it created an
That was
experience for people out
dope.
there. It was crazy dope.
I
It
will
actually,
say,
yeah,
one of the
yeah,
things I saw when I was looking it up, it says another Kanye West album has leaked, the
yeah,
second this month.
yeah.
So,
He has another one.
Yeah, and that was the other one. That was the second, I think it was Jesus. I think it said
Jesus
Wow.
came out though.
no, a second Jesus album is what I
Oh,
believe is
second
I
Jesus.
believe that's what it said it was. And I feel like Kanye, I can be 100% certain on this without even knowing, but him being the musical genius that he is, I feel like that he's one that when his time is done, and I'm not wishing on him when his time is done, he's going to have a vault like Prince did when Prince left the earth, and he had that ball of music. Kanye is going to have a ton of music that is going to get done. And now this may what you're seeing right now is this music. I mean, it's coming out there. I mean, he's going to move headlines. I mean, even with all the shenanigans, the music has not been. Even his worst albums, to be perfectly honest, even his worst albums, man, even that little run he had when he did his jump with Nas and them, it wasn't up to par, but it was still dope.
If he got a
so listen, when you read on it more,
yeah.
So this is something that he's definitely been working on for a while.
Yeah.
Because remember when you just listed Eminem?
Yeah.
That track is the track that's actually on Khaled's album. The Eminem gospel joint.
Yeah.
Yep. On DJ Khaled's last album. Yep. That was originally on Kanye's album.
Yeah.
And Kanye just gave it to him.
Yeah.
So yeah, this has been worked on for a good minute. I'm looking at a couple of different things that they're saying.
Can you send me the link when you get a chance?
Yeah,
I got you.
Because I want to see if I can find the leak because I want to hear it. But I mean, to go back, like Kanye's still there. Because I mean, if you look at
absolutely.
What's that? What was it? Was that his last album, The Life of the Party, with Andre 3000? You remember that?
No, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yes,
who album was that? Who album?
No, The Life of the Party. That was what was his last song he did was Jesus. I think Jesus is King was the last one he did. Or was it Jesus is King is the last one he did, I believe.
Well, whatever it was.
But it had the one that had the 3 Stacks verse on it. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever album that was that had 3 Stacks, what's the name? Like that to me, that beat was old Kanye. Yeah. Like that was old sample Jesus Walks, Late Registration Kanye. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's why I said, like, you know what, he has, and I hope that when this Andre 3 Stacks album comes out, I hope that he appears on there in some capacities.
I can see it happening. You can kind of see it because you started to hear stuff like this prior to Diddy dropping his R&B album. What happened for that? He made headlines by him. I don't know if it was a coincidence, so maybe not. But him releasing the what the hell is that? What's that called when you have the rights to your music? What's it called?
The music.
There you go. How did I forget that? The publishing to all of the old artists that was on Bad Boy.
He gave it away.
Yeah, he gave it back to him. He released it back to him. I don't know what was the circumstance, but yeah, he released that all back to him. So back to Faith and you didn't see it? Yeah, I thought you would have saw that. Yeah, that was a headline.
Some of that is circumstantial though. So you
gotta dive into it.
Yeah.
So it is circumstantial at the same time.
Firstborn child for some of that.
Nah.
Yeah,
I'll just say some of the stuff out there. Some people said that they had to sign certain NDAs in favor of Diddy.
Tonight, if I'm going to give this to you, you need to shut the hell up about this. We're done, right?
Yeah.
We're good, right? We're even.
So think about some of these artists we're talking about.
So you're talking about like
Day 26, The Locks.
I'm about to say,
Mace.
I'm pretty sure Jada Kiss had trip.
Yeah, you get what I mean? Like,
because they came up to the radio station talking about putting him on Front Street.
Dive into that a little bit, but did he do it? Yes.
Yeah, he did it, and then a week or two after that, he drops his R&B album.
Mm-hmm.
But if you think about it, it really wasn't too many bad boy artists that was on there. I think outside of Dawn,
French Montana.
Yeah,
French.
I don't know who that boy Jazzy.
But I'm talking about like old
school. Yeah, old.
Oh yeah,
Mary J. Blige is on there, but she wasn't really.
She wasn't that.
Yeah, she wasn't bad. She wasn't bad boy. No. She was Uptown Records back in.
She was Uptown. Yeah, she was Uptown. She wasn't bad boy.
And didn't he have one on it? If I'm correct, isn't that one with?
Yeah, he had Dawn.
I don't know why I thought something of there was somebody from Jodeci on it. I don't know why. I'm maybe because I've been
somebody from Jodeci is.
That's what I thought. Okay, maybe
KC's on it.
KC's on it. Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's not bad boy.
On the stage on.
That's not bad boy. That's Uptown.
Yeah, so that goes back
And
there. So he,
by the way, there is an extended version of the album. I've
yeah,
listened to that about 5 times now.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
if you know what, and just since we on it, after I gave my listen to it, I give it a B.
Okay.
I give it a B.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we can stay in that
Production
pocket.
production is good. Production is very good.
It was, man. It was R&B. It
Yeah.
wasn't whatever this new stuff is. It was R&B. Like you can, I'm sure you listening to it, Earl. You could hear all the traditional R&B
Oh yeah.
chords and
Oh
melodies.
yeah. I
Not,
hear
yeah. You hear
I
that.
hear I hear the Stevie J chords.
Yeah,
I hear the little snippets of the old '90s. His old tracks and stuff like that.
702
yeah,
joint. Yeah.
702. Like I hear it. I just think for me, what could have took this over for me would have been just a different artist choice. Like, and I get it. Like he's probably trying to I don't even want to say pander, but you know, he's trying to pull in a certain crowd. So like you talking about like these newer kids and things from
yeah,
that nature. So
yeah.
you got to put artists on here that
It-
reflect that.
I think it was the even blend.
Yeah, it was.
You got
But I
Mary,
mean,
you got John, you got Babyface. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
I mean, I would have loved to have like if we was gonna go that route, like I would have loved to hear like Faith on here. I'd have loved to see get 112 on here.
well, like I just said, I think a lot of that has
Well,
been
yeah, I get
close
it.
the door. Here's your stuff and leave me alone.
I get it.
Yeah, it's
I get it.
and yeah, I heard. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. Nope, nope,
Like
nope, 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 nope.
even the locks wasn't on there. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I mean,
And they ain't gonna be.
but they
Not at
cool
all.
though. They good though now. They straight.
I hear you. I hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah, but
That
you
man
know,
at the BMAs had his son performing bassist part. Like,
I
yeah.
mean, well, yeah, true. That would have been dope too. That like have but okay. All right.
no.
I
Don't
get
see
it.
it.
Yo,
I
this
get
is a hot seat podcast with your boy Sean, Earl, Dave.
I get it.
You know, you know, you know.
I
Diddy,
digress.
Diddy love everything else. You got not so breaking news, Dave?
I heard where that was going. Hey, here's another one. Here, give me one. Give me one.
I got you. I got you. Why is my screen so okay? There we go. There we go. Let's go.
Not so breaking news.
Listen, I mean, people just do some real dumb stuff, and that's the only way I can introduce this story.
Oh shit.
Yeah, well, don't take everybody up on bets because sometimes it can come back and get you. Over in New York, a person was dared to jump off a ferry and they would give them $1,000. The person jumped off the ferry. The person got the $1,000. He got a fine of $2,500. Yeah. welcome to
Why?
some welcome to some dumbass bets.
Why? Why?
So if your friend jumped off a cliff, would you jump at?
The hell? What are we, lemmings? If you guys don't know what lemmings are, play the game. You know what I'm talking about. What the hell? So they give them the fine after they saved them, or what
Oh
happened?
no, he's fine. He's fine. But yeah, he's not fine because even though he made 1,000, he didn't
Well,
make
he
nothing.
is fine. He got fined $2,500.
$2,500, man.
Hey, wait a minute. But how did they find him though? Like,
This is out of Long Island Police. Yep.
what they
And
what?
through the through the Coast Guard and everything. Everybody got him.
Oh shit! So he was out there, jumped, and he was probably too far away from land. I'm assuming they had to pick him up, and then they charged him $2,500.
Listen, just the fact
Oh my god,
that you're jumping in New York water. Let's just go to that fact. Forget the
bruh.
money for a moment. You're jumping in New York ferry water. I'm not doing it. I'm good, bro. I ain't got to prove nothing to you. It's just not happening. But yeah, this guy jumped into.
Yeah, and this ain't the New York water that's connected to the Atlantic Ocean because New York is right there. This is the part of the water before you get to the Atlantic Ocean. It's like jumping into the Potomac in DC.
This is where all the disposal goes.
Yes, it all goes there. You lucky he didn't come out glowing green. He might want to check that out.
Gang green out that jump. You better
he
not
has a
have
mole,
no cuts.
man.
No cuts.
If he got a mole next month, he better go to his dermatologist because there's a possibility that his ass had caught some shit. How you get? First of all,
they're pointing to the sign. It's so crazy. Go check out the video. I'll send you the link. But they're pointing at the sign on the ferry that says you get a fine of 20.
If you jump off. So apparently somebody done this before.
And this guy, not even thinking. Hey, but what
So,
about the person that wasted their 1,000? Like, why are you doing that?
so sir, somebody
I don't
set
get it.
precedent for them to have a sign that says it's a $2,500 fine.
$2,500 fine to jump on. Yep.
Should have let you know that somebody has done this before. You should know that. This is,
Yeah.
it's like a stop sign. The stop signs are there because evidently somebody didn't stop back in the day. And they figured, you know what? Maybe we should put a stop sign here. Because when they first invented cars, wasn't no street lights. Then they figured out, maybe we should. Sir, you should not have, first of all, you shouldn't have jumped in that nasty ass water. And
Listen,
two,
you know what? I'm on a roll. Give me another one.
Not so breaking news.
Here's another report while we're at it. A pair of clumsy mortuary workers dropped a dead man down the family staircase and later denied it, even though there was an apparent dent in the person's head that wasn't there when the person passed away. They closed the door after the body was collected, and they went down the stairway. They heard the thumps. The family opened up the door to see that the person's body was hanging off of, the apparatus and things like that. I'm sorry. So now they're suing the mortuary workers $1 million, and the mortuary workers are denying it as if I can't see the body hanging off and I can't see the dent and bruises on the body. Yeah, we're rolling with these. We're rolling today. I told you I was ready.
that gives a whole new meaning to Kanye West. It all falls down. Oh, God. Oh
man.
my God. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo.
I'll be here all night.
I mean, it ain't like he gonna need the body or he or she ain't gonna need the body no more. So I guess it ain't hurt
like
nobody really. It ain't like it hurt him. I mean, to be perfectly honest,
ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Yeah, I'm saying. I'm saying, I saw a video when they dropped the casket once.
How you deny it? And the family opened up the door to see
and saw the body there. Nothing to see here, folks.
Oh man,
nothing to see here. Nothing. My question is like, what did it look like though? They're like because they take everything out the body, so like.
No. This was the original pickup of the body from the family home. Like it just happened. The person just passed away there.
Yeah, but what happened? What would have happened if that person? Because there's a condition. I forgot what it's called. Where, and it's not nothing that's running rampant. But if a person like I read a story once that they thought a person had died, heart had stopped and everything like that, and then something happened there and it wasn't like he went into some type of condition and his heart has stopped and everything and he pronounced him dead, but he was actually, ended up coming alive.
He was alive.
Yeah. What happened if that was this case? Like you dropped him and my man's was like,
let me tell you this right now. If I'm gone and it takes somebody to drop me for my family to get $1 million, drop me a couple times. I can give you the stairways to go to. I can give you the exact place to go. Look here, not that one. I need something steep. I need something right there.
Bro, can you imagine having an out of body experience because your spirit didn't left? Like Ozzy, if you think about what's the name of the movie that where they the dude that horror film where they do the what the hell is the name?
Weekends at Bernie's, but never mind.
No, not Weekend at Bernie's. It's the horror film. They did like 3 of them there. They got the whole red door thing there, and the little son at the beginning he leaves the body and so forth. I forgot what it's called. It's not called The Conjuring, but it's in that same line of films. I forgot what it's called. In something. I cannot remember the rest of the name of it. I'll think about it at some point. But imagine anyway, you'd have passed on. You floating above your body. Think of Bill Cosby and Ghost Dad. And they'd have picked up your body and they'd have dropped it. And you just watching it like,
like damn.
What if your maker decided this ain't your time and they send you back? Now you're back sitting over there. Now you come back. Now you paralyzed. You hanging over a banister. You started all walking. Ain't this some shit?
I was like, no, y'all gotta fix me. Put me back. Fix me.
Oh my God, man.
Oh man.
Yeah. People, I swear.
I thought you said David passed peacefully in his sleep. Why he all bruised up?
You
Just
about
move on. It's gonna get bad.
you,
This is
you
gonna
Just,
get
about to
bad.
pay
just,
us.
just cremate, just cremate me, bro.
Yeah.
Just cremate me, please.
Just put me just put me in there with the ribs and just let me go in peace. Yeah, that's fine. Let's smoke me for the 16 hours. I'll be gone. I'm fine. That's what I want to. I ain't gonna lie. Speaking of getting that money, man, if you guys saw, this is a video game corner. The Microsoft Activision Blizzard that the purchase of Activision Blizzard by Microsoft has been underway. It seemed like the last year since we've been talking about it on the
Crazy.
pod.
As long as our damn podcast, pretty much. But go ahead.
So apparently, as of today, and this is
I'm
actually on
sorry.
the
What is this?
verge.com
What is this?
This is what you play every day.
every day. This is COD.
Blizzard?
Activision Blizzard, the company.
Yeah, they're
So
one of the ones that make
so,
it. Yeah.
I
so
know
Microsoft.
Activision, but I didn't know it was called Blizzard.
Well, it's Activision Blizzard, but it's
They're
Activision
all,
Blizzard
yeah.
all together.
Gotcha.
Microsoft was purchasing them. So as of today, and this is according to the verge.com, so Microsoft Activision Blizzard deal gets preliminary approval from the UK regulator. It says the competition watchdog said the revised deal offered by Microsoft appears to address competition concerns. A final ruling is expected before October 18th. So if you guys didn't know or have been keeping up with this, if you're in the video game world, Microsoft is looking at acquiring Activision Blizzard for $69 billion. And the hang up for this was the fact that once Microsoft acquires it, PlayStation was like, bruh, are y'all not going? The big issue is, okay, are you guys not going to allow, people on PlayStation to access this? Because, they're talking about cross-ball, and Microsoft is here, but now it puts the ball in their court. But what it does do, maybe or maybe not, I think this will, once they do acquire them, and I could be wrong, it brings us closer to maybe getting a Spider-Man game or getting that Spider-Man game onto the Xbox, perhaps something that we've wanted, but you can only get the Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 if you own a Sony. It's exclusive. And of course,
but if they make Call of Duty exclusive,
right,
it's going to be some problems.
If they make it exclusive to Microsoft and the Xbox, and the Xbox Live, which is now no longer called Xbox Live.
And that's what they're fearing.
Yeah, that's what, and yeah. You saying something when we can't hear you. What you say?
We can't hear you.
I said I don't care because I got Xbox, so I don't give a shit.
Yeah, so
that ain't my problem.
According to Phil Spencer, who's Xbox's, he's Xbox's he's Xbox's big guy in charge, put it that way. So he said it's a positive development and a welcome indicator that our hard work is bringing us closer to our goal. That for everyone who don't know how big this, we're just talking about COD, how big this acquisition is. Activision, for one, has been around since the days of Atari and ColecoVision. And Blizzard games, you have games that go with all the, you have like all of the first person shooters and stuff like that. This is a humongous purchase, $69 billion. That's worth more than all of our NFL teams combined. Easy. And they're purchasing this company for $69 billion.
When you have a whole nother company
that
is just as big as you or even bigger, taking you to court multiple times to stop your purchase because they feel in danger of things being monopolized, it's a huge purchase.
Right.
It's a huge purchase.
Here's something we don't think about often. And I know, we joke about phones and stuff like that. And people think about, you got Team iPhone, Team Android. People always talk about, look how crazy Apple is with everything they got going on. I don't think people realize how big Microsoft is. They think of Microsoft as we think about the computers and maybe Xbox. Not realizing that Microsoft is the epicenter of all tech. Chips, everything. They're acquiring this company for $69 billion, bro. Like, insane. They have a gaming platform that's more than a gaming platform. And I think they backed off that a little bit. If you guys remember, a few years ago, they remember when they were trying to get you to tie in your cable service and everything else all into Xbox. So you can go ahead and turn on your TV. And at the time you were listening to, whatever you were listening to, Last FM, and now you can patch in Spotify and all this stuff is under one thing.
I almost went to jail because of Microsoft. Got
we not talking. Wait a minute.
Microsoft is huge.
Yeah. Yes, the statute of limitations might still be in place, so we're not gonna talk about
that. Microsoft is huge.
It's insane. So them acquiring this.
Shout out to Windows. Shout out to Windows. Keep going.
Insane, man. So I'm curious. It said October 18th is the next vote. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Now we just gotta hope. I know you guys are, the resident COD players. Let's just hope when they do acquire them that the quality of play on COD does not change.
As long as they don't run it through damn Blizzard. Because I think that's who had that one that we were like,
the Vanguard? Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever had it.
Yeah.
The Earl face tells
it
all.
all.
Yeah, his face says it all. His face says it all.
The worst.
Oh my God. Of course, this is the Hot Seat Podcast, man, with your boy Sean, Earl, and Dave, man. Any other not so breaking news, man?
Nah, I think I'm pretty good, man. I think I hit y'all with the bangers this week.
Okay. So I don't get yelled at this week. So of course, Mondays, 6 a.m. Tomorrow, by the time you guys are watching the show, Wednesdays at 5 p.m., you can join me on AMP for Over the Hump. We're gonna be getting it in, help you guys get over the midweek hump on AMP live. Your boy Sean Xavier here. So Mondays at 6 a.m. for the morning hump, and Wednesday we got Over the Hump. We had a great morning hump this past week. I saw my man, the storyteller, tap in. I was in my football bag using all of my vernacular and all my breakdown of analysis and stuff like that. This coming week is gonna be even more fun, especially after the debacle that happened in Dallas. Well, actually happened in Arizona to Dallas. And of course, if you guys want to hear more of that prior to that date, make sure you tap in this Sunday for Football Talk live at 9 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch.
Let's get those Swifties in there. Let's get those
everything
Swifties.
else in between together. Yeah, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's
we'll get to it.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. So definitely 9 a.m. We're gonna talk all about that and more. Yeah. So again, subscribe to the Hot Seat Podcast on YouTube, man. That's where all the shows at. Tap in. That's where we are. Yeah. So of course, this podcast wouldn't be what it is, man, if we hadn't taken our 15 plus years. Look, that number is growing every year. I feel like every year.
It would.
Yeah. It feel like we've been doing this so long, and something got brought up with my guys from the We Are Something Else, who came out here and fellowship with me this past weekend, man. We recorded a dope ass track. I'm in the process of mixing it now. It's pretty dope, man. But we were talking about at the time they were talking about the earthquake. We were talking about the earthquake / hurricane that happened out in the West Coast recently that affected E. Rich at the time. And then it made us reminisce back to the earthquake that happened down on the East Coast. And this would go back to, I want to say 2008. And what am I getting to? When that happened, Dave and I were actually on the Xbox as this was happening. We were actually.
It had to be later than that. It had to be later than that because I didn't get up here until 2010.
No. It would have been It would have been 2008 because you were in the first place in Alexandria.
Yeah, but I didn't move up here until.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right.
I wasn't up here until 2010.
Right. So 2010. I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. Scratch that. Yeah. So around 2010, we're playing Xbox, and we're actually playing college football. We're literally playing college football at the time, and we're sitting there on the box, and all of a sudden you feel that? And all of a sudden I look up, and my ceiling fans are moving, and they're moving, rocking back and forth in this really weird way. I run to the door, and I look out, and if I could record, I would. I literally see the earth in waves moving, and I'm like, "Yo, we have an earthquake." And I heard Dave say, "Oh no!" Nah. So at the time, my young nephew, godson, he grabs him and he jumps in the tub at his house. He's never been in an earthquake before. He jumps in the tub.
Sounded about right. I don't know.
He gets in the tub, and then after it's over,
I don't know.
I do what I do. I call him back. He said, "Yo, I'm packing up the car, water, everything, because it might come back." Oh my
Yo,
God,
I
you know,
had
yeah,
no idea what,
the
because I just
craziest
remember
thing.
saying, "You feel that?" And you go, "Oh," and I'm like, "Wait a minute, how the hell you feel?" But and I was like, "Oh, this is bad. This is bad." And I see everything shaking and falling off the wall. And Cam is a newborn at the time, and he giving you that look like, "Daddy, you good?" Nah, Daddy ain't good. Daddy ain't good.
And look, and mind you, when he says, "Did you feel that? How did you feel that?" I'm in Newport News.
Right,
He's in Alexandria. We're 2.5 hours away from each other, approximately
right.
162 miles. I remember that miles because I made that trip so many times. And we felt this at the same time. Crazy how Mother
This
Nature
is not
is.
good.
Yeah, at
This
the
is
time,
not
yeah,
good.
it was wild. And that's how I knew right then that global warming is real. Because now all of it's going to hell in a handbasket at this point. So that being the case, you can follow me on Xbox Live if it's still called that. What is it called now? Because I think they're retiring the
It's been
Xbox
that
Live.
long, bro.
Well, no, what since what? No. I saw something. They said they got rid
The
of
Game
Xbox Live.
Pass.
Yeah, it's called this Game Pass now. But I guess you can follow me on Xbox at Sean Xavier when I'm up there because these guys they're gonna chastise me.
I
I
feel
try to
like
jump
you
in there.
shouldn't talk about games no more until you get on the box, bro.
I
Because
do jump on there, man. I just haven't
He's
been. I don't know what
when,
it is,
cities
man.
too. He's
Yeah,
waiting for cities.
Cities 2 is about to drop too. By the way, November.
On
It's about
Game
to drop.
Pass.
at what
Yes,
time I seen Javen on the box more than you.
Mm.
he should. I bought it, so he should be up there. But I have been up
Wow.
there playing Starfield. I did jump on Starfield. I got to get back up there,
Oh
man.
man.
These last couple of weeks have been crazy, so I will get back on the box, man, and fellowship with my guys. But yeah, find me up there. We can play some games, get up and going. I haven't purchased NBA. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna even try to fake the funk. I haven't. But we gonna get back up there. Absolutely. Yeah. So not
You
two
know what
X.
it is. The storyteller. I'm gaming every day, all day, because I take my mental break from work for my busy work day. And that's really about it. That's simple.
Yeah.
Earl.
Earl.
NJ Fat Boy 973. I be on the game. Me and Dave, we be on the game.
Real quick. 2K. Let me vent real quick.
Here
2K.
Yeah,
we go.
please,
They
please.
still got issues.
2K.
Oh
Not
God.
just we asked for updates. Yes. We asked for certain things to be tweaked. That's fine. How you tweak in the wrong way a simple layup? How do you turn a layup into an actual shot? It's an actual shot attempt. The meter comes up and everything. You got to release it at a certain. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the middle of animations and stuff, and then you got to worry about how. Come on, man. Let's get it right. Let's get it right. I haven't even jumped on the WNBA side, but I already know from a past guest of ours, Chaz Franklin. I guess he saw the images, like the graphics for the WNBA, and he was like, nah, this ain't it. Come on, man. All this money out here. Hell, you getting like $70 a game now.
Easy.
You telling me that we can't make this better? It's the simple things. Just get through some quality control where players are playing the games before you put them out, which I believe y'all already do, and listen to their response back. Like, nah. Like, if we're doing a league, Madden's done this for a long time, and we're doing trades. Why can't you install the trade finder?
Please.
It's a simple button. Why can't you install something like that?
Look,
So we look all the time for these games to get better, but all they do is load up new figures.
And my thing is like, whatever's working, just let it be. Like I'm pretty sure they got a focus group of like, what y'all think? Like, and do y'all
they
listen?
do.
I know they got a focus group.
They
kills me.
To your point to the $70 thing, because a lot of games now it's all offered digitally, so you're saving money because you're no longer pressing CDs like that. Disc.
Correct.
You're not pressing disc like that. But I feel like now the excitement behind video game drops is being lost every year because the video game generation is us. It really is. Like we grew up on it from its infancy, from a Atari to Nintendo, Super Nintendo, TurboGrafx 16, Nintendo,
Still waiting
Super
outside
Nintendo,
GameStop at
yeah,
midnight. Yep.
Sega CD. You got all the legacy games out there, GameCube, all the iterations of PlayStation, Nintendo 64. You got all the stuff I can't even name. It's crazy.
You
And
know the energy is
Neo
different because
Geo,
when GameStop calls me for the release, I'm like, I'll get it tomorrow.
right?
Because just everything has changed. Back in the day, we would be talking to each other on the phone while we're in line. Did you get it yet? Did you get it yet? It's just it's totally different.
I told you that's why I don't reserve games no more. It's just
You don't
I
even have
go
to.
in
You can
there and
download
get
it. You can download it. It's
go
it's
in there and get it.
something I know y'all haven't really played, and it was something that I was hyped about in its initial drop, and they fumbled it. But they are literally the greatest comeback story in video game history when it comes to how much was put into it and the way they were able to turn it around.
Who live?
So when the
Cyber.
Cyberpunk first came out, it was so bad, and then they took all the heat, rightfully so, and they fixed it, and it's been great. But this new everything I'm reading about, this will get me back on the box because this game is something that has been in the works for a decade or so, even more consistently. The Cyberpunk, and everybody who knows me and first person shooters don't work out, but damn it, I'll take a drama mean and work it out. Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty has gotten damn near perfect scores from everybody. And this is how Cyberpunk should have been released from the jump. And it goes to show you, to your point, Dave, don't try to rush out another game. Take your time, drop the game. What they did, no, I think Idris Elba helps in this case, but
Listen,
he just added star power. But the game itself has gotten perfect scores
there's
from
only
everybody.
one game that's gonna make me go crazy when it drops.
I know what you're talking about.
Call of
Yep.
Duty.
And that's Grand Theft.
Grand Theft
Oh,
Auto
really?
6. Yes.
When Grand Theft drops, you guys might lose me for a good month.
It's a
Because
possibility.
I fully engage in Grand Theft. That's a whole nother world.
It's
Whole
experience,
nother
man.
world. If you're a player of GTA, and I know things have leaked, but that game I've been waiting for Dre's Detox album.
Yeah.
Like, is it ever?
It's been
Is
10 years.
Is it on there?
Not yet. No, it's been 10 years since they dropped this. It was 2013, I believe, when
It's been that long
GTA
since
5.
they dropped GTA.
5, yes.
It's been a long
and I can tell you how I
time.
know, because Dave and I was on the box as we were trying to download it at the same time, and it was taking so long. And this was 10 years ago. So just let you know, you're gonna have to buy an additional hard drive because this game is going to take up so much space on your system. If you think
You
Madden
might have to get a
NBA
new
take a lot,
box.
it may blow your shit up. I ain't gonna lie to you. It may. So yeah, that is something I'm very excited to see how they've been planning this. You look at how big and how many expansions they've added to this. This has to be, I mean, I think it's been rated as probably the best game of all. I know it's the highest selling game of all time. We know that much. I
Hands
believe
down.
it. If we saw, hands
Yeah.
down. I mean, it even outsold like Super Mario. Like
They make so
it-
much money on just the add-ons, just
Yeah.
the extension packs.
Yes,
It never
Yes.
ends. Yeah.
it's insane. So I hope they get it together sometime soon. I do hope that we went off to a tangent that they do get this writer strike thing together sometime soon. I need the production
Writer strike is
companies. Is it done? Have they closed
sir.
on something? Oh, they did. So yeah,
Writer
I hope,
strike is
hopefully
done.
they got their just due, man. Like on the real, that they got their just due because they've been
Now,
working their asses
the
off.
only thing on that is I heard the writer strike was done, but the actors went right after them, didn't they?
Yeah, the actor strike. Yeah, right after that.
So I wonder if it's all together or not.
It might be, man.
I
Like
would have to look.
But I saw the actors in the writer's strike protest.
Well, it blends together, but I know they went at different times.
Yeah.
The writer strike was first, and then eventually, right afterwards, the actor strike happened because the actors can't act unless there's something that's written.
Yeah,
So
they got it. I hope they get all they want. I hope they don't do some bullshit like settle for something less because during the pandemic or during the quarantine, they were everything. all that stuff we was watching, you have to thank the writers and the actors for giving us all that content. And all these companies like Netflix and
Well, I was just about to say
Hulu,
that's what it's for. Yeah.
they made all this money. They made so much money, man. And these folks did not get what they rightfully deserved. And you can miss me with all the production costs and stuff like that. Whenever you hear about a CEO of a company getting a bonus in the tens of millions of dollars, then you know there's a problem. You know there's a problem. And I don't care what company it is. Like, so you're making money. If you can pay out that bonus, you're making the money.
Yeah, they're saying that it's tentative, but they're signing off on everything tomorrow.
That's it. Good stuff, man. Good, man. That's a win. That's a win for them by all means, man. The creators, man. You gotta protect the creators. You gotta protect the creators, bro. Earl, did you already plug your login?
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. So we'll catch you guys next week. Again, this is the Hot Seat. Appreciate you guys. Check us out. Football talk. Everything else in between. Peace, I think. I don't know. It's always weird when I try to throw the last close thing out. It's weird.
Now you good. Let's go Cowboys. Keep going.
Let's go.
You're listening to the Hot Seat Podcast.
The hot seat.